We've been talking about creating gradients using gradient stops. One addendum to the last video is, as we said, there was a bug in the render twirl function call, which has been corrected. Bear in mind, uh, as this is being recorded, this is still alpha software. By the time you see this, all these bugs will have been fixed, and there'll be all new, fresh bugs, I'm sure. But anyways, all these ones will be fixed anyways. So so um, let's take a look again at the render twirl filter here, and we added this extra parameter. Let's say put a value 10, and now you see that's twirling. Okay, so that's basically what that was about. So let's now look at the way to uh, handle working with the time value here. Let's just kind of start fresh here. Um, let's get rid of all that. Let's see. So we want to know basically. Uh, let's start with something a little cleaner than that. Not sure why that's happening. Let's see. Let's. Hmm. Getting a strange artifact here. I'll just press it. Okay. So, anyways, um, so say we wanted to create a gradient from 2 points, from here to here. Now, when we create a gradient stop, 0 is going to be at that point, and the final gradient stop will be somewhere along the line. If we want it to end up here, then we need to know exactly how long this line is. So it's good to use a vector for that, basically. We'll create a vector, dim v as new vb vector. That way we can get the magnitude of this line, or the length, basically, of that line. So let's define a couple variables. Let's do two vectors, in fact, vector 1 and dim vector 2 as new vb vector. And remember, you can make a coordinate out of a vector or a vector into a coordinate. So we'll make the first one dot x equals 100, v1 dot y equals 100. That'll be the first, somewhere in here. And then we'll do v2. This will be our end here, and we'll make it something like 500. Oops. Dot x equals 500, and v2 dot y equals, whoops, y equals 500. That's fine. All right. So let's see. We're saving and undo. Let's move that up there somewhere, um, out of the way for now, and let's move that up out of the way a little bit. All right. So as you recall, we set this first gradient stop. Let's see, C25500. That's red. We're gonna add a stop at 0, and we're gonna put the color at um, that as C is the color. We're gonna set the stop as at 0. The time is 0, and the color is C. C is this color object. All right. So that would be the color at our first stop. No big deal there. Let's add a second stop. C dot. Let's copy this actually. Copy V. Control V. All right. So we want to know where along this line this is going to happen. We know the end stop, so we need to know the magnitude of this line. Let's get dim m as single will be fine. Let's see, and m equals what does m equal? Let's try something like um let's try something like this. We'll make another vector, v3 as new vb vector, and we'll do, after we've created that, we'll do v3 dot set from vector v2, we'll do v3 dot subtract v1. So we're going to basically set v3 to v2, and we're going to subtract v1 from v2, basically. So we're going to get the result of this minus this. All right, and that will be the value we have in v3, the vector v3. So let's do v3 dot magnitude, and that should be it. v3 should now contain the magnitude, I would think, or actually m equals, that's it. All right, that's right. So m equals v3 dot magnitude. All right, so we know the magnitude. We have the first stop. We have the first vector and the second vector. Those are our coordinates. The first vector, our second vector. Remember, in this case, the vector is containing a pixel coordinate. All right. So let's do this lerp. Actually, I think there's a somewhere in here. There's a I think the vector has a lerp. Let's try this. Lerp means linear interpolate, by the way. Let's see how this goes. All right. And we want to know somewhere a linear thingy between there and there. So let's do